Okay, 3 tips for someone investing their money for the first time. So for today's video, the agenda is we're going to discuss learning, then we're going to discuss doing your due diligence, and then we're going to discuss going all in. So let's begin. So 1, learning. Before you can start investing into anything, you need to start learning about those different investments that you're planning to make. So if you wanted to invest into property, you would start learning about property. If you wanted to invest into stocks and shares, this would be the time to start learning about stocks and shares. Same goes for if you're planning to learn or you want to invest into Forex or cryptocurrencies or any other thing. If you want to invest in a business, if you want to start a business, you need to go learn first. So how are we going to go do that? 1, you want to use articles, podcasts, and videos. Start there because it's free and it's easy and it's very beginner friendly. 2, you want to get books. So type in Amazon or Barnes & Nobles or Waterstones or wherever you're going to get your books from. Type in the industry or the investment type, for example, like property or stocks and shares or cryptocurrency, and look for what books come up, which books are recommended, which books are got good reviews and ratings. Purchase those books that are on the topic. They're going to be in a bit more detail and a bit more depth than the articles and podcasts. 3, we want to move on to courses and workshops. These are going to be a bit more in-depth, a bit more advanced, but they're going to give you all the information you need to finish off your learning that you've already started with the articles, podcasts, and videos and the books. This is going to really finish you off and give you a good rounded understanding and help you to really learn about the different investment types. I would say just choose one investment type to learn at a time. So maybe dip your feet in a few of them, see which one you like, and then start just focusing on learning one at a time. Okay, so now tip number 2, we move on to due diligence. Now, once you've started to learn, the next step is to actually take some steps towards, doing these investments by taking some action and actually doing your research on these investments. So for example, if you were going to invest into property, you would start actually looking for properties now. If you were going to invest into stocks and shares, this would be the time when you actually start looking at companies to invest into, and so on and so on. So how are we going to do this? Well, 1, just conduct your research. Follow what you've learned from, the resources that we spoke about earlier on the investment type that you've chosen, and start doing the research as they've recommended. So if you were, for example, going to start with property, you would start looking for properties now. This would be the time to go into all the property search engines and start looking for properties to invest into. Step 2, you want to collate that data. So you want to start gathering all the information that you're finding, gathering all the data that you're finding, which is going to be that, for example, if you're investing into property, that would be gathering the data on the properties that you found or you've identified, collating it into spreadsheets, into documents that you can refer back to later. Step 3, you want to start analyzing this information. So now that you've done your research, you've collated it into one place, you need to start going through it so you can decipher now what is good and what is bad. What is a good investment opportunity? What is a bad investment opportunity? Which ones are, the gold out of all of that dirt that you found? Where is the gold? You want to find the gold because that's where you want to be investing. So start analyzing, and you can start looking for the gold of that what you found. So next, tip number 3 is to go all in. So when I say go all in, I mean that now that we've, started doing the research, we've analyzed, we want to start, using that savings that we've been stacking. We want to start putting that all into an investment, but we don't want to split that up into multiple different things. We just want to put that into one good solid investment, one that we've researched, one that we've analyzed, and we feel is a sure bet that it's going to, give us a good return on investment, and it's going to be a good bet. So to do that, We just want to go all in on one. So step one, choose your one investment. So of all those, all that research you've just done, you're going to find out, okay, fine, if you're researching for properties, you've analyzed them now. Now you're going to find one that's the gold. And when you find that one that's the gold, I want you to choose that one investment. Yeah. Step two, I now want you to invest that pot that you've been saving into that one investment that you've just decided upon. And three, I want you to watch that investment that you've just made into that one investment opportunity. I want you to watch it like a hawk, because obviously, we can't determine whether this is going to be a good ROI or not, but we can do our best by doing our research and analyzing. So you really want to watch your investment, manage your investment, and ensure that you can, stand the best chance of getting a good ROI. This is not going to be a passive investment at all. This is just to be something that you keep a good watchful eye on. So if this is a property, this is the time where you're going to want to actually look after that property that you've just invested into, ensure that you can actually get it tenanted and rented out and start making money from it. If this was investment into stocks and shares, like a business, you want to start, watching that business and see everything that it's doing, see all the people involved in that business, see their marketing, their sales, their news, their updates. Have a look at, the statistics as to how, the stocks and shares are doing, if it's going up or going down. Obviously, these are long-term investments, but you still want to keep a good eye. So your action steps for today. 1, I want you just to learn one investment type, not multiple. You can dip your toes in the beginning, but I just want you to learn one. Action step number 2, conduct the research on one investment type. So if you've chosen, for example, like we said, property, I want you to go do the research on that one investment type. So that would be property. So start researching. Action step number 3, I want you to invest your pot into one investment. I want you to actually take that money out of the savings that you've been storing there and actually invest it into one investment opportunity. And as usual, like, subscribe and share. Leave a comment below and I'll give you my 2 cents.